We talked about everything from how people can rent houses to owning them, planning to overseas buyers to what should happen to outer London. So it was extremely wide-ranging, which I suppose is what the big think is all about. As someone who operates a lot outside London, what did you think listening into the debate just there?
Well, fascinating debate, really interesting. But I mean, the opposite problems, the problems in London of too many rich overseas buyers buying hundreds of millions on a house and leaving them empty. And I mean, the big issue outside London is no development.
The majority of parties buying at Fitzroy Square will be from overseas. It's not only people with lots of cash, lots of money who are investing all over the place. It's single families, young families, who are looking to actually invest so that their son, daughter in 17, 18 years' time can occupy the flat while they're at university.
Housing challenges we face today have been decades in the making, and it'll take many years to fully meet those. So what we've got to do, working very closely with London boroughs and working very closely with the industry, is make sure that we put in place the foundations, in particular at the next spending round, so that beyond this mayoral term we can continue a programme to deliver and meet London's housing needs.
I think there are two sorts of properties that could very quickly become available. One is empty office buildings that could be converted to residential use, and I firmly believe that there should be an as-of right permission to do that, so that all you've got to do is to make sure that the building conforms with building regulations, as long as you're not changing the envelope. And I think that would immediately make all owners of offices have a look at their properties and think, if it's empty or under-occupied, would it be more valuable as residential?
What we're concerned about in Westminster, and I think it's quite unique, is the loss of commercial floor space to residential. We have been encouraging it up to now because we wanted to mix communities in the heart and the centre of Westminster, but we think it may have gone too far. We might have reached that tipping point because we are seeing now net losses of commercial floor space. Yes, we are supportive of increasing residential, but it's getting that balance right.
I think it comes back down to leadership and politics with a big P and a small p. I think that there is not the direction to the financing, to the planning. It is not seen as a clear-cut pathway.
I don't think there's a shortage of land. I think land that comes to the market in kind of zones 1 and 2, market forces are paying big money for that land. And I think that the point that wasn't made today is actually the start to finish process. It's 5 years. You buy land without planning, you're a year to 18 months to get planning, you're then a couple of years on site building, so the whole process is half a decade, and I think that was kind of missed today. It's that whole journey, it takes too long.
We must make sure that new settlements are led by placemaking, are led by public realm design, and include all the amenities that people need. We're not just building housing, we're not building dormitory suburbs. We have to build neighbourhoods and communities that make sense and that people want to live in, and provide them with leisure spaces, employment opportunities, good public transport and great facilities.
So to do that, what we really need to do is learn what people want in those situations, learn how that housing works. It's about having good outside space, it's about being able to dry your clothes, it's about being able to talk to your neighbours and work out how that model can be replicated, but with slightly higher densities.
How do we bring communities along with us to make sure that the densification of London does happen in a way that it still provides a quality of life for the average Londoner, and they're not feeling as though when they're being asked to squeeze up that they actually are losing the many things about their local neighbourhood that makes it feel important to them.
It was a great group of people once again, and some very interesting issues came out of it.